Yo, what's going on, boys? So I decided to make this video here. It's been a minute, and you look at this. My car is sagging. Last we talked, I was just spiraling in a circle about what to do. Do I go masters? Do I get a new car, an airplane, start a business? Like, what am I gonna do here? And I find that I felt like an airplane that was spinning out of control and I was gonna hit the ground. So I finally broke out of that loop. My girl helped me with that. And I urge you guys, don't go at this life alone. Like, this single life is not it. I've tried doing it for 28 years and it just wasn't it, bro. If you can find a really good supportive girl that's gonna help push you and you can push her, like, that's the best way to do it. And I know a lot of times it's hard to find that, and I would just urge you to pray about it. That's what I did, to find somebody who is equally yoked in a world that's full of deception and chaos, and that's what I found here to keep moving forward. Saturday will be a year with her, so that's crazy. It feels a lot longer than that. We've done so much. I find that my time is even more limited these days, and so a car like this, my old Mazda here, I picked up for like $3,000 about 3 years ago. It's a pretty good car. It's a manual, and I've always just told God, I'm like, hey, I've always been a very good steward from what you've given me, and I'm not just going out there spending money recklessly. My gym mobile, the other car, is over there, and I'm selling them, right? I already sold the Camaro. I'm selling this car here now, and I picked up something else. It's like, I'm an aeronautical engineer. I wanted something for my 30th birthday. I created a vision board and something that's like, this is how I'm going to achieve this, and this is what I'm going to get, and this is what I'm going to do. And, just being that inspiration to others. And I'm sorry, guys, for letting you down. I should be here every single week, not just every now and then. And I feel like I just wasn't being myself. And so I went to go get my testosterone levels checked, and they were fine. So I'm like, where's this motivation, lack of it, coming from? And it's like, I'm frustrated because there's not enough time in the day to like make a video like this. But I have to set aside time for what I like and what I enjoy, and that is making a video like this and helping some of you guys out. Think about it. Where would you gonna be in the next 5 to 10 years? What do you want your life to look like? I used to hear this in high school all the time. It's like, what do you want to look like? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do when you grow up? And you kind of take those questions for granted, or, oh, I'll figure it out one day, and that day never comes, and you look back and you're like, wow, I just blew through 5 years. And that's how I feel. I feel like I wasted 5 years. It's like, okay, well, I have a house I built. I've got like 3 cars, and we did like multiple businesses. Many of them failed. Some of them I didn't like. But you've got to try something new, and you've got to act out in a faith of it. And the way I try to discern those kind of things is, what is my motive behind what I'm doing? And then pray about it, and then take an action step. And if it's going to be good, you'll see that it bears fruit. If it doesn't, you'll see that you don't have a piece about it, or something else. I bought a $5,000 camera from Sony. It was the Sony A7 III. This was about 5 years ago, and the whole thing was $5,000. And I was like, I'm gonna go in all hard. Somebody I look to has this camera. I'm gonna do it too. And it's so funny because I actually got permission from the gym to film there, and I like made a bunch of videos and stuff back in the day. This was an old channel I deleted, basically like dating coaching and stuff. But I was like, no, I don't. Even when I bought it, like, my credit card declined it because it was like, wow, this is just so much money. Like, are you sure you want to do it? And you've been hearing Tony Robbins, burn the boats, just go for it. That doesn't really happen if you're not fully convicted on the inside and you really know what your mission and what you're doing is. It was also very difficult to like edit those videos, and time consuming, versus just pull your phone out, make a video, and go. The phones are getting much better nowadays. I got the 17 Pro Max here. So, that's exciting. I got my little light here as well. But my biggest thing was like, I went in full blast and it didn't work out. And that's okay. I just ended up selling it in a back alley of Dallas for like some cash. That was not the smartest move. But, it's like, I knew that I wasn't at that level yet. And so, like a video game, sometimes you got to start off with like the trash car. You start out under the bridge, GTA 5. How many of you guys have played that game and you start out literally living under the bridge? And it doesn't just happen overnight that you go and buy the penthouse suite, or that you buy your Zentorno and your Lambo, whatever it is. And a lot of times those jumps are too big. And if you do jump, let's say you hit the lottery, that's why a lot of people blow their money right away, is because they don't know how to take care of that. And so a lot of it is just in the mind. And so when it comes to our fitness, guys, our skinny boys out here, all right, that was me, 160 pounds. I fit into some tight jeans pretty easily. I couldn't even fit in those jeans now. I had a few pairs that I'm about to donate, and I was like, wow, I can't even fit in these things. You know, your butt gets too big, your arms are too big, your shoulders, everything. And you're just sitting there like, well, I guess I've grown. And that's the whole point. You need to be growing, otherwise you're decaying. And I've felt convicted for the last 2 weeks to be making a video. I'm just like, well, I don't have time. I don't feel like it. I feel like it right now, but that doesn't mean that tomorrow I may not feel like it, but I know I need to. And so that's that discipline that comes in. And just, you know, I'm not going to even say that you need to make a schedule and just stick to it, because that's not reality, okay? If you have kids, if you have a wife, if you've got other things going on, it's not that easy to just be like, well, I didn't hit my goals today, so I'm going to feel bad about myself. You didn't hit it, fine. Make up for it the next day. But don't let that become a habit pattern of just failing out, and then you're just being like, well, woe is me, and just giving up on your dreams, because that's not going to happen either. All right, just being very consistent in what you're doing long term is going to be that massive success that you're going to see. For me, I had to eat a lot. I had to eat like double burritos. Right, I was working out a lot. Wasn't even doing much cardio at the time. I was just like hitting the weights and then tracking them on my Excel sheet. And I think for me, it was like, I'm tired of being the small guy who gets picked on, right? I started upgrading my style. I started getting better haircuts. As you can see right now, I've been doing I need another one, but it's like a low fade. I'm letting the top grow out just a little bit. So changing yourself up, being okay with a new identity shift, okay? And being like, let's try this, let's try that. Always being curious, right? I think that was the biggest thing for me. And when I plan something out, I usually do it logically. I understand what it is I'm doing. I emotionally get excited, and then I take a step back. And then I can understand, okay, this is why I'm going to do it, or this is why I feel like it. And then you kind of put them together. I like to pray about it, and then I move forward from there. And if it's not for me, then it's not going to happen. So what I ended up doing is I sold the Camaro. I'm about to sell this car, and I counted up my resources. What do I have available? How much money do I have? I put a large down payment on this car I just bought. You guys are going to see it here soon. It's a 24 Ford Mustang GT Premium. It's all black with the bronze edition, and it's awesome. I've never had anything like it, guys. I've always just had old cars. This car I'm sitting in is 20 years old. This is a 20-year-old headliner up here, and I'm okay with that. My girl's okay with that. But she's also been here when I had almost nothing, right? Like, I had my house, but like my cars weren't great. I'm not a super billionaire, so it's kind of like she's coming up with me. And I think that's where you guys need to make sure, if you want a girl, to make sure you bring her with it. Don't think that you have to get up here before she can come up with you. Be like, oh, well, this guy's already up here, so I'm just gonna meet him here. I mean, I guess you could, but then you run the risk of like the girl doesn't actually like you for you and those kind of things. And it's much more fun for the process. As hard as I like to say it, you know, I really have had that non-instant gratification. So I always tell people, I could have gone out yesterday and bought a new car. I just chose not to. I chose to delay that instant gratification of, look at this brand new vehicle, let me show off, look at this V8 Mustang I have. I had a Chevy Prism, which was like a Toyota Corolla. I had a Ford Mustang that was from '97. I paid $1,000 for it. Had it for 8 years. It was a V6. I had this Camaro over here. I didn't really like the Camaro look, but it was such a great deal. I'm like, okay, well, God's putting this in my path for a reason. Then I had my dad's old Mazda. That thing was good for about a year, and then the transmission started going out. So I'm like, well, I love the Mazda, you know, brand. I love what I have, this car. And then I wanted something I could carry my e-bike on. So this car can do that, and it's manual, because I missed the manual back from my Mustang. And then I wanted Kit. That was the lifelong dream car I've always wanted to build. People always told me I could never do it. And so that was always something on my vision board. I literally imagined driving it the exact way I did straight into my parents' house, proving them wrong, right? They're saying, oh, you're gonna grow out of it, you're not gonna build it. And I literally made them drive it. I drove it 150 miles down and had them take a ride. So guys, all your dreams can come true. And if you don't have any dreams, you need to figure it out after this video right now. Write at least 3 dreams you have down. What is something you want to do? And let's start going for it. Guys, I'm not just a fitness coach here, but I'm also a mindset coach, because everything starts in the mind. Your body follows your mind. If I didn't think about opening my hand right now, it wouldn't do it. But I thought about it and I did it, and my hand is now opening. So your body, your emotions will follow how it is you view yourself and how you're thinking. And so this applies to everything. And so I've been going in a loop. What do I do with my masters? What do I do with my flying? I want to get my instrument rating. And I'm a little nervous, and I feel like I was going into a spiral because, you know, I'm with my girl and like always thought about like having kids one day. And it's like, well, I want to get the things I want to done now. I don't have time to be doing it later, because at that point it's more about giving, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I took care of kittens for about a year. I just felt convicted that, hey, I need to go over here and save these little kittens. And so we did that, and it taught me patience. It taught me what love really is, unconditional. Those cats don't know any better. You gotta wipe up after them. You gotta feed them. They're like little babies. And it brought out the soft side of me, because I was a very impatient person. It was all about me. And I think that allowed me to be more ready and receiving to a girl to come into my life to help me out. Because I did tell God, I said, I need you to not harden my heart towards marriage and towards a helper, but I need somebody who's equally yoked, because out here it's not easy. And guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got into fitness to get girls, all right? A lot of us do that. I already could get them, right? I could like talk to them and whatnot, but to me it was more like, I wanna look my best. I wanna like feel my best. And then I can be more confident to go and talk to these girls, right? Especially after getting bullied as a kid. It's kind of like that revenge, you know, coming back in. But I don't know if that's what it was, but it certainly kind of feels that way looking back on it. But, you know, and here we are. And so right now I'm getting ready to do a marathon. Right? I'm doing a half marathon run in a couple of weeks. And so I've just been doing some running, got some new running shoes. I applied to my master's degree. I got a bachelor's of science in mechanical engineering. I have a private pilot's license. I just applied to a master of science in aeronautics. And then I'm gonna try to do my instrument rating in the plane. Got a new car because I know I don't have the time to sit here and fix all my cars. I wanna document this whole process online, okay, with you guys. And, you know, I really have come from just these cars. My brother, I helped him build his cars from a salvage auction. Literally, somebody had destroyed the vehicle. We bought it for $700 and we fixed it up a little bit. And he's had his cars for 2 and 3 years. And so he's getting my old Camaro here and the gym mobile. And we just keep leveling up. And so that's what life really is about. If you're not improving, you're decaying. And that's really just the message, guys, for today's video, is keep moving forward. And it wasn't until my girl said, you are getting complacent. You are not the man I fell in love with. What's going on? And I really sat there and thought about it for a second. I was like, you're absolutely right. This isn't me. This is not who I know I am. I've always been somebody in self-development, and I got comfortable. And so now I'm going for a promotion, right, at work. But you can't do that if you're just doing the same stuff. And so I've started taking on more tasks, doing different things. And so, yes, my life's going to get busy. That's okay, though. I'm okay with that, because my life is going exactly the way I want it to, in the right direction. So, guys, you're going to not see very much more of this car. This is the car that I did all my talks on, with it like over that direction, kind of like this way as we were driving to work. But, you know, everything is a season of life. And so for you, I don't know where you are exactly, but just hit the gym. I don't care if you don't know how to do an exercise. Just go over there and read the directions on the thing. Wear a hat facing forward. All right, put your music in loud and just get in your own zone. And nobody cares what's going on. No one's judging you. and that's it. And so for me, that was the biggest turning point of my whole life, was just to kind of start becoming the man I am. Stop waiting, right? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for an invitation? Because here's your invitation, boys. Let's go. I'm not going to sit around here and be like, well, I don't know. I also canceled the gym that I'm like right next to fully focus on Lifetime. Okay. So I'm cutting out things I don't need, adding things that are going to help me and push the needle forward. And so you guys need to do that in your life as well. Maybe you guys have more time, less time than me. To me, it's always been about time efficiency. How efficient can I make these different tasks? Can I make it happen like that? Or is it going to take forever? And so anyway, boys, it's good to be back. My goal is to make one of these videos every single week. And if I have more time to do more, I try to take these all at one take, and I don't sit here and try to edit too much, because this is real and authentically me. If you were here sitting next to me, this is pretty much how I would talk to you. So just kind of hanging out with you guys. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy this week. Go kill it. And in a world full of fakeness and deception, trying to remember what my phrase was. In a world full of fakeness and deception, keep dominating your reality and becoming the man you know you need to be. Let's do it, boys.